I'm not playing. I'm not playing anything. Yeah, because I got a couple of things I got to get off my chest, man, that I'm not really too happy about with gaming at the moment. And bare people come up to me, keep asking me, get involved in gaming again, playing these tournaments, join on Fightcade. Fightcade is good, man. It's got good players, top players, people that play games. Brother, all I see on Fightcade is people lagging on purpose, people macroing buttons, people using turbo buttons, shitting tournaments up, fucking events up for other people that put in their work and time into things. That's all I've been seeing for the last, what, 6 weeks. 6 weeks, I think. 6 weeks I entered Fatal 3 Special. I came second, no big deal. Like, I haven't played the game in God knows how long. If I played it, I might have even had a better chance winning, but I didn't even have 30 minutes practice, and I made a good result. So I was happy about that, and I thought, yeah, let me come and see this. Next event, I see, was it Samurai Showdown 5 Special? People using bosses. Like, desperation, even that, lame playing, desperation playing. It's madness. Man's using Zankuro, man's used bosses allowed everywhere. And then people are sitting there and they were like, oh, but these tournaments are good. And then they're like, the numbers are so low, and they wonder why no one wants to play these games. I look around on Fightcade day and night. I look around for players to play games with, and I just see like bare people set to away. They're not even playing people. The numbers, the lobbies are massive. I see King of Fighters with like 400 plus people. Hardly anyone's playing with anyone. Koreans only want to stick with Koreans. Japanese only want to stick with Japanese. I see people from India, Bangladesh. All I ever see is these characters vanishing, disappearing, lag switching, cheating. Next minute this character's here, next minute he's there. I played in King of Fighters 99 earlier this evening, like last night. So, because it's, what's the time now? It's 7:30 in the morning in London, and I'm talking about this. And the first game I watched was Justin Wong. I haven't spoken to that guy since fucking 2004, 2005. So I was kind of shocked that he was in there. I was like, right, I didn't even know he plays. This is interesting. This will make some interest. My man's playing a game. I'm seeing some like wild tactics from Justin. I'm like, right, not even really lame, but if next man was using Bao, they would have done the same thing. Then all of a sudden, this guy's connection, just his character's floating, disappearing and shit. Next guy's giving him, I think like one other guy was chatting, cheering him on. I swear to God, they either knew each other, or there was a bunch of them that knew each other and they were hunters. It was one or the two. One of the two was going on. Justin was saying the game was underwater, he was from Australia. I double checked it, and I went in his chat and even said to him, nah, the guy's from Bangladesh. Are you sure? I'm triple sure. Flo was asking the same question. I had to go in there and double check it again. Yeah, he's from Bangladesh, Pakistan. The connection was going up, then it was going down, then something else was wrong, then someone else said the same thing. I played the same person, connection was disappearing. My man was disappearing in the middle of the match, so I couldn't even jump in. I couldn't really attack. I was thinking to myself, I've already lost this before I started. Even though I already lost the first game, I was just sitting there annoyed thinking, I've sat here for 4 weeks to practice, to get into this game, to get into this event, just for that to happen in a split moment of 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And then it's like I said, it's like part of me is like, I don't know if I even want to bother with this anymore, like gaming in general. I was talking to Riz1, and he was saying they over there in America, for American players, regional players, they've got Street Fighter Alpha 3 Xism only tournament. And I even asked like, oh, can anyone enter? And he said, nah man, it's not for European players. I was gutted because I sat in the chat for like a good couple of hours listening to the guys. I was thinking, I wanted to play. That's something interesting. I just want to play. I just wanted to play off the fly, innit? I'm not really interested in playing the Mikado tournament. Well, it's not like you can watch them. But no, it was gut wrenching because I know that he's gonna have like a shitload. He's gonna have 3 digits enter that thing. Obviously, clearly, there'll be 3 digits playing that game and getting involved. And in Europe has nothing. Europe has nothing. Because all people do in Europe is spoil everything. They spoil it for everyone else, doing stupid things, cheating, multiple accounting. this person this one's playing for this one, or this one logs out and lets this other one use his account and sets this one up. Because someone did that to me in Samurai Showdown. I didn't want to complain about it, because someone was in the chat room telling mans, oh yeah, Jericho, you should watch how this guy plays, he plays like this and that. And the same person who had a different account, it was him, it was the same person setting people up. Now if you go to the host and tell them that, they're like, nah man, you're not allowed to say nothing. And this is what Justin Wong was saying in his chat room. He basically said it in his own words. He said, us old players are not allowed to say nothing, we're not allowed to complain, we ain't got a voice. Because it's like as if we are deluded. I'm not deluded, man. I know what I see with these people. I know what the fuck goes on, how people go on, how they behave, man. It's fucking stupid. What's that? Some people are just too hardcore. It's like people going to school and in the same classroom every day. May well be, because I see every time I see the same people in the same games. I don't know why they ask people to get Fightcade 2 and bring all these 7,000 plus games when Fightcade had about 100 before, and that was enough. Most of them wasn't even getting played then. Now they've got 7,000 games, they ain't getting used. I've gone into them, but I never see anyone in them rooms get games, obscure games. There's Mega Drive. You can play Mega Drive games online. FIFA, Super Street Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive was a decent conversion. You can do some crazy things on there. People cheat consistently. They do. Macros, lag, turbo buttons. People just counter picking on games is the worst. I don't really care if people do that. If people do that, that's their own thing, innit? That tells them how bad they are. Nothing else. People there set profiles away to set on newcomers like prey. Yes, they do. I will have to say they do. Some people do that. Myself and Justin, what did we chat about? We just chat. I just had a brief conversation with him, just a brief little conversation, just saying like, yeah, I just said to him like, I saw that he got conned, and he saw that I got conned, and I said when I get time I'm gonna write about it, I'll talk about it, just quickly and briefly, because I was not happy about it. The host of the tournament does a tremendous job with the events that he does, and he hasn't really got much management about how he's doing things, because after all, it's him by himself. Yeah, it's his scene, his tournaments, and how he wants to run them is his rules. And now it's even got to the point now that when the people enter, he's going to have to get them to set up internet test connections and shit like that. That's not going to solve it. I'm telling you, that's not going to solve it. Because I even said to him, when there was 3 or 4 of them couldn't connect to the end, I said, what you should do is you should get someone to represent for them. So if this person can't play, then find someone to represent you. And if this one can't play, then he has to find someone to represent you. Done. Or you have to take them out of the equation and say, look, pull out the 2 losers and make them play the final, if that's the case. If you ain't got a connection to play tournaments, yeah, or your connection is not stable against everyone, then, you know, something has to give, man. Something has to give. You can't just like play a tournament, skank everyone all the way to the end, and then decide to make noise yourself because you can't play this person when you never tested it. Nah, it's wrong. But now when I hear and see all those things going on, I understand why Rizwan is saying, yeah, you know, maybe some people should stick to their own region. I got a fucking good internet connection and I can play anybody. Not everyone else can do that, but you know, my only response to that is, if you're going to put the money, if you're going to put the time in to have games like Fightcade and all that, then put the money to your internet, innit? For your net connection. And if you're not going to do that, then I'll just say, just don't get involved with things like Fightcade, because if you're going to sit there and complain about things like lag and switching and all that kind of bust up stuff that's going on, that's one division. But people cheating and doing it on purpose, that's another thing. That's a complete different ball game. Yeah, and the worst thing is like I said to Justin, there's no money involved, and all the politics that people are doing, and all the bullshitting, and all the nonsense, fucking up people's events at their own expense of what, that they can have a board put on their wall and say, look, I beat people by doing nothing but cheating. It's disgusting, man. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. It's 10 minutes, that's enough. I've had enough.